Hi, family. So today's message is actually directed to men. And if you're a man, please don't go. If you're a woman, please help me to share it on every platform that you have for men. Just make sure you target that this is for men. So if you're a guy, I beg you to please stay. Okay. I've never made this kind of video before directed to men. And what inspired this video is I've actually run away from this topic for a very long time um because one, I'm not married, and but the spirit of God is older than any marriage that would ever exist. So I believe that by the spirit of God I have the authority to actually share God's opinion concerning this issue. Okay. So um there was a story that I read, and it really touched me. It touched me because it had a very sad ending. And I don't know how, I don't know if it's that the person did not have anybody interceding for him, praying for him, or whatever. But I don't. The way it ended is really sad. I'll try and look for a link to the article. If I can find it again, I would tag it. I saw it on social media, and me, I come in and leave, I delete, and all of that. So, not dwell too much on the introduction. Let me just get straight to it. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. I know that people say, oh, God does not choose husband or wife for somebody. Well, if you decide that you don't want God to choose for you, then fine. It doesn't mean God cannot choose for you. What you place in the hand of God, God will do it, and He will do it well. And He will make sure that you get the best of it. I don't believe that we as human beings would pray to God concerning every other area of our lives, and it is when it's time for us to choose who we're to do life with, and especially for someone that is a minister, someone that is a pastor. I don't think that is the point of your life where God will now decide that He's not going to help you. When you listen to God, literally, when you before you went into ministry, I'm sure you listened. I'm sure it's because you heard God that you went into ministry. I don't want to believe there's anybody out there who just jumps into ministry without God being the one sending them, because ministry is a big deal. And I'm sure that many of you, before you travel, before you relocate, you pray, you do all those things because you just want to be sure, because it's a big decision, right? Good. Okay. So now the story of this young man who got married to a girl, and he ended up dead because he married a diabolical lady. And I'm baffled because for a guy who is a pastor, literally evangelist, minister, whatever, to marry someone diabolical without knowing, it's one or two things. Either he knew and decided to still go into it, or something happened. Maybe they had sex before marriage and he got trapped. But I don't believe that God is so wicked that He would not show this guy that this path he was taking was dangerous. Okay. I have personally done a survey, and I noticed that guys pray about every other thing except when they are about to get married. For some very strange and weird reason, guys do not like to take whoever they want to get married to God. And should we say that it is because they know most of the time that God is not in agreement with it? Because many times the reason we don't ask God for for permission, or the reason we don't talk to God about some things, is because we already know deep in our hearts that the answer is no. Okay. There's nothing easier than when someone comes into your life and you don't like the person, and there's nothing easier than asking God for confirmation about such a person, because if you are used to hearing no, you just want to hear that no so that you don't have to think about being with that person. I know you get me, right? So I just want to say this to guys. Guys, listen to me. I'm a woman, okay? So you should listen to me. Women can pretend. Only kinds of kind of woman you should go for is the woman that God has asked you to go for. The world has become dangerous. Women have become desperate. And some women will do anything to get a man. Because the pressure out there to get married, the pressure out there to be called a missus is not funny. The only women who are, who don't mind being alone are women who know their worth and women who are waiting on the Lord. So many women do not mind. They don't mind doing anything. By anything, I mean anything, just anything to get you. But if you're a man of God, a pastor, a minister, please consider your calling before you disobey God. If you notice that you are feeling uneasy about a decision to be with a woman, please cut it. Or go back to God and ask God, God, why am I feeling this way? Make sure that God gives you a clear direction to be with that person, especially if you are a man of God. The easiest way the devil can derail you and make it difficult for you to fulfill God's purpose and calling for you as a man of God is to plant a woman who would make it difficult for you to do. When you marry anything that is not God's will for you, the devil does not need to do too much anymore because he has an agent. Please, I'm begging you guys. You say, but she's not. She said, let me tell you, I'm a woman. Eh? Women can pretend. The reason some of us don't pretend is because we're over it. Like, if you don't like me the way I am, okay, bye. But not many are like that because many women are under pressure. And so many of them go diabolical. And you guys don't know because most of you do not have sexual discipline. You sleep with anything on anything that's wearing skirts. So I just wanted to add this, that it's not every woman that is bad or diabolical, but some are just not good for your purpose, right? Some don't have what it takes to help you in your purpose and your calling. So that was also part of the reason it's best to allow God choose for you, because it's God that knows the woman who has the ability to bear, not just your physical children, but to be able to help you carry and birth and nurture the things that God has put on the inside of you for your purpose and for your calling. So in many cases, it's not that the woman is bad or diabolical, but she just doesn't have what it takes to help you. Like, she's not equipped for your purpose and your calling. So I just needed to chip that in because I don't want anything generalizing, you understand? Yeah. So when the devil knows that it's even easier, once you sleep with the person, because you're burdening yourself to that person. So they go diabolical, they get you to sleep with them, and then you don't know what you're doing anymore. Please be careful. Take any woman that you think you're interested in, take her to God. Ask God what God, see, let me tell you, right? God is so generous with information. God is so, I don't know which God you people talk, but God is so generous with information that he would tell you, this is it. Or all of a sudden, the moment you ask God, God, let me, please, I want to know if this woman is the woman, I like her, this one, that, before you even tell her you want to even date her, take that woman to God. It is God who knows the intent of the heart of man. It is God who knows who that person will be to you. It is God who knows if she has the ability to carry and nurse the seed of your purpose to life. Please take every woman to God. Let God expose her to you. Let God reveal her to you. Let God show you what she really is. And I'm telling you, there's something I always tell people. I tell my friends something, that it won't always be no. You won't always get it wrong. There will be a yes at some point. But you have to be ready to take the no's and just be thankful that you are not finding out that it is a no after you've entered. I'm begging you, please, everyone. Guys, I'm begging you. Now this one is gone now. The lady came out and was confessing. Yeah, I didn't know. I just wanted a man. Everybody around me was married. But the guy is gone now. He's gone. His ministry has been cut short. Why? And guess what? The mom, I think I was reading somewhere that the mom, that there was even a friend of his that he fell, how did they say that thing? They had a fallout, and that he fell out with, that it was because of that lady, that the friend was warning him. Apparently it's like the lady was already pregnant, so he couldn't even turn back. And that is it. By the time you start doing magumigi mugumugu together before marriage, pregnancy has entered. How do you want to turn back? Even if you want to turn back, you can't, because you are like, there are too many things involved. Please, guys, I'm begging you, be disciplined and ask the Lord to help you. We have lost too many of you to please help the kingdom and choose. Let God choose for you. God cannot give you a woman you're not attracted to. God cannot give you a woman you don't like. Forget all that. I don't know where all those doctrines, I don't know where they all came from. God knows your spec more than you know your spec. God cannot give you someone you're not attracted to. God knows that you guys need to. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.